And then, as what you have seen here, our summation of f over 2 is equals to 20. So it will end up here. So this is where our median class is. And also, you can observe that it is the most frequent in the data. So this is our basis in our data. And then after that, if you are confused why I didn't use the cumulative frequency 29, it's because we will use the data that is above our median class, which is the 17. So since we already have the data that we have, then we'll now substitute it in our formula. So lower boundary is 144.5 times this 20. So 20 minus 17 divided by 12, which is the frequency, and then times 9. So in order to get this interval, by the way, is we'll just simply subtract this. So 127 minus 118, it is equal to 9. So that's how we get our interval. Then, so 144.5 times 20 minus 17 divided by 12 times 9 is equivalent to 145.5. So 20 minus 17 is 3 over 12 times 9. So 312 times 9, then we can get the value of 235. And then lastly, we will add the 144.5 to 225, then we can get our mean by 147.75. And lastly, we will now get our mode. So in getting the mode, we will just need each table. The class limits, the frequency, and also the lower boundary. So in order to get our mode, we will use this formula. So lower boundary plus d1 divided by d1 plus d2 times c volume or the interval. So since we already have our data in this table, we will do that. So in order to have our different data in our mode, then we will see the table. So as what I have said later, they have the same process of the median. We will just observe which has the highest or which mode class contain the most frequent data. So in here, we can see that the most frequent or the biggest value of the frequency is 12. So this is now our mode class. So since we already have our mode class, then we can get our D1, which is we simply subtract this 12 to this and 12 to 5. So 12 minus 9, then we can get the value of our 3. So this is now our D1. And our D2 is 12 minus 5, it is equal to 7. So this is now our D2. So since we already have the different data that we need in order to substitute in the mode formula, then we can solve it right away. So as what I have solved earlier, the value of D1 is 3, and the value of our D2 is equals to 7. So we will substitute it. So the lower boundary is still the LB is equal to 144.5. So 144.5 times 3 over 3 plus 7, which is 10. So times 9, so it will become 144.5 times 3 divided by 10, 9. So 3 divided by 10 times 9, then we can get the value of 2.7. So after getting the value of 310 times 9, then we will just simply add these two intervals. I do these two datas. So 144.5 plus 2.7, then we can get the value of 44.5 plus 2.7, then we can get the value of 147.2. So this is now our mode. Okay. So since we already obtained the mode, median, and mean, then our central tendency of example 1 is already done. So now we will proceed to the example number 2. So since we already obtained our mean, median, and mode in the example 1, then now we will proceed to example 2. So our example 2 says that compute the mean, median, and mode of scores of UIMN students in calculus test. So in here, we will need to obtain the central tendency of our calculus test using the frequency distribution table. So as what I have said earlier, the given data is just the class limits and the frequency. So if you have this tool, then you can already solve the different data that you need in order to solve your mean, median, and mode. So as you can see here, we already have our table. So I already discussed on how to solve this also. I will just discuss it fast. So in order to get the lower boundary, we will just need to subtract this value to 0.5 in order to get this value. Okay, so in our class marks, we will need to use or in simple words, we will just need to get the mean of this one, this one, this one, this one, and so on. So if you have the mean of that one, then we will just put it in our class marks. And then lastly, thirdly is the f times x. So in order to get that f times x is we will just need to multiply this x to our frequency. And then you can get these values. And then lastly is the cumulative frequency. So in order to get the cumulative frequency, we will just need to add this, and then the answer of this is we will add another value, and then the answer of that is we will need to add this to another value in order to get this frequency or cumulative frequency. Okay. So the only thing or the only table that we need is the class limits, frequency, class marks, and the f times x in order to get the mean. Okay, so now since we already have the data in our table, then we can simply substitute it in our formula. So the total of our summation of f times x is 1,549. So substituting it to our formula, so it will become 1,549 over 48. Then we can get the value of our mean by 1,549 over 48 is equal to 32.27. So this is now our mean. So second is getting the median. So since we already have our table, then we can solve the median. So the formula that we need is the LB plus, or the lower boundary plus the summation of f divided by 2 minus cumulative frequency over frequency times interval. So, So since, as you can see in this table, the most frequent data in here is this 12. So this is now our median class, and the cumulative frequency that we will need to use is the 19, since it is in the upper part of our median class. Okay. So since we already have our data, then we we can simply substitute it in our formula. So 48 divided by 2 is equals to 24. So 30.5, which is the lower boundary, 30.5 times 24 minus 19, which is 5, divided by 12 times 5. So if we 5 divided by 12 times 5, then we can get the value of 2.8. So 30.5 plus 2.8 is equivalent to 32.58. And then now, we will now get our mode of the example 2. So in order to get the mode of our example 2, then we will need to use the Casimir frequency in lower boundary. So since we already have our different data, I'm going to explain. Since as you can see in this table, it is the most frequent data, so we will need to use that data. So our D1 is we will just need to subtract this and this one, this. So 12 minus 11 is equal to D1 is equals to 1, and 12 minus 1 is D2 is equal to 1 also. So since we already have our D1, which is 1, so we will just substitute it in our formula. So 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. So 30.5 times 1 half times 5 is equals to 30.5 plus 2.5. So 30.5 plus 2.5, then we can get the value of our mode by 33. So another example here is the government wants to analyze the income distribution of a population. Since income data is often reported in ranges, the data is broken into different intervals, which is 0 to 10,000, 10,000 to 1, and so on. So the income data for specific region is grouped as follows. So this is now our given data, the income range in the frequency. Okay, so since we already have our income range and frequency, so in order to get our mean, is we just need this for tables. So our mean is now this. So the total of our f times x is 2,750,000,000, and our total frequency is 130,000. So we will just simply substitute it in our formula, so we can get the 2,750,000,000 over 130,000, so that we can get the value of 153.85. So this is now our mean. So in the median, we will just see the most frequent frequency. So as you can see in this, the most frequent data is this 50,000. So this is now our median plus. Okay. So since we already have our data, then we can get this the different value. So our summation of f, which is the 130,000 over 2, is equivalent to what? 65,000. So we will just need to substitute it. So our lower boundary is 10,000.5 times 65,000 minus 50,000, which is we can get the value of divided by 35,000 times 10,000, then we can get the value of 4,285.21. So if we add these two, then we can get the value of our mean by 1,285.71. Okay, so since we already have our median, then we will proceed to our mode. So our mode in here, since we already have the data, so we will proceed to